You're watching Orange Nation TV.
I'm Abigail Metch.
And I'm Tyler Roy.
From Orange Nation TV with this week's preview of Norseman football. Abigail Metch here with Orange Nation TV. I'm here with Justin Sully, our left guard for our Norseman team. So Justin, in the game against Mount Miguel, you guys had a rough start in the first half. What changed you guys' attitude in the locker room during the halftime?
We just went in the locker room. We knew we had a really sluggish first half, and we just knew we had to make some adjustments, and we weren't playing like we should, and just kind of cleared our heads and played well in the second half.
How did our offense compare to their defense in that game?
First half, our offense was having a lot of mental mistakes. They weren't overpowering us or anything. And then when we came out in the second half, our offense really just started clicking, and we were doing everything we had to do.
This Friday, our game is against Helix, which is one of the best teams in the state. How is our O-line going to match up with their defense?
They run some pretty complex blitzes and things like that. They have a really tough defense. They've always had one when I was in high school. So we're just going to have to really come in this week really well prepared and just focused.
You guys think you'll come out with a win?
It's very possible. They're a beatable team. Everybody is human, and we're definitely going to be prepared.
How are you guys preparing in practice for this game?
Just going over everything that they do. We have a lot of their plays. We watch a lot of film. We're really prepared.
Good luck in your game. Thank you for being here. Abigail Metch from Orange Nation TV. I'm here with Scott Perry, our middle linebacker. So Scott, in the game against Mount Miguel, you played defensive line the whole game. How is this different than the normal position you play?
Instead of the O-lineman coming to running straight downhill at me, I just met them at the line, and I kind of clogged the hole a little bit better than I usually do.
You guys started off with a rough start to our first half in that game, but how did you guys shut them out in the second half?
We just made some changes at halftime and then came out a lot better than we did the first half.
So we have a pretty tough game this Friday against Helix. How are you guys preparing for that game defensively?
We're trying to put a couple new packages in and just condition a little harder and trying to come out strong.
Thank you for being here. Good luck in your game Friday.
Thank you.
My name's Tyler Roy, and I'm with Orange Nation TV, and I'm here with Coach Bussey, the varsity head coach for our football team. So, Coach, you guys had a pretty decent game last week. The first half was a little bit slow. What changed to pick the momentum shift up and have a strong second half?
You're nice calling it a decent game. I say we have a decent second half. What changed? I think, offensively we kind of got out of our own way. First half we dropped a couple key balls, a couple penalties here and there. Defensively, I think we were a little flat-footed, and they were kind of taking it to us, leading to that 24-7 deficit. Second half, offense kind of kept doing what it was doing. It's just they weren't dropping the ball anymore. They weren't getting the penalties anymore. And Mount Miguel struggled to stop them. Defensively, a little bit of a scheme change. I'd say maybe a 10% scheme change, 90% just guys really taking it to heart and stepping up and just playing football.
That's really good. So you guys had a pretty slow first half then. What changed in the locker room? What did you guys discuss that helped you guys gain more momentum to finish off the game?
Halftime was a little bit weird for me. We were really down. We didn't feel like they were out scheming us. They weren't surprising us with what they were doing, especially on the defensive side. We knew what they were doing. And that's sometimes the hardest thing to deal with, because you can't really change the plays you're calling because that's not going to do anything. So I was a little perplexed myself. But I got to give credit to one of the assistant coaches, Jim Arneson. Kind of a quiet guy. He's been around football a long time, and he's the one who spoke up, and the message was quite simple. He just told he challenged defense and said, "Hey, have pride. Have a little heart. You guys are being embarrassed out there. Stand up and fight." And him saying that, and I wouldn't even say that he yelled it. He just raised his voice a little bit, but it was kind of yelling for Coach Arneson, if you know the guy. I think guys took that to heart, and they came back renewed. Coach Brewer, our offensive line coach, had a couple words about the team playing as a family, and you see that second half, they came back from the very first drive when Mount Miguel got the ball after the opening kickoff there. Defense rose up, and offense scored 24 straight points. So they got the message.
Yeah. Do you think you guys have a little bit of momentum going in this next game?
I think that was big for us to not get down on ourselves and to show that we can fight back. I would say we've kind of been doing that all year. Mara Mesa was a close-fought game and it didn't go our way. Madison we went our way, and then Morris we scored with just 12 seconds to go. So, with the exception of the El Toro game, we've been fighting, and even in that game, I would say we fought, pretty valiant effort through most of the game. So, we're kind of used to that. Helix is, generally a very good football team, usually pretty highly rated in the state. And as a football coach, you want your team to prepare the same every week. You want them to give their best and put their best foot forward every single week. But when you're playing a team that has the reputation of a Helix, it's a little easier to get the guys focused because they know it's going to be a hard-fought battle. And last year it didn't go very well for us, and I think we were 46-0 or 48-0. So there's nowhere to go but up from here. So I think our guys are looking out for a taste of revenge, and I think we'll put a good game plan together.
Good. Well, thank you, Coach, for your time.
Thank you.
I'm Abigail Metch
I'm Tyler Roy.
from Orange Nation TV.
Signing off.